What is going on, guys? Sorry I got the dirty hands and arms. Just got back from work, but had to make a video about this. All right, the Vikings, I'm sure you guys have seen by now, we're not breaking any news, but the Vikings have fired their GM, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, with the team since 2022. May 30th of last year, 2025, signed a 4-year extension with the Minnesota Vikings. So much for that. He is out of here. You can look at certain things and you can try and figure out a reason why. I'm going to talk about 2 reasons. We'll start with the second one. And these are all my opinions, but number 2, I guess, if we're ranking the reasons he got fired, in my opinion, number 2 is going to be his drafting ability or lack thereof. We got guys, I'm going to go through a small list here of Donovan Jackson, Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins, J.J. McCarthy, Dallas Turner, Will Riker, Jordan Addison, Jay Ward, and Jalen Naylor. Those are all guys that are on the team starting / working their way up / good development, high prospect. That's it. Out of 28 draft picks since 2022. If you look back at some of these draft boards, you see we have some pretty big misses. A lot of these guys, are good, but we're passing on so many people over these past couple years that just shouldn't have fallen. And obviously hindsight is 2020. I totally understand that aspect of it as well, but at a certain point, you got to be able to draft. You have to develop young players. Not so much develop, but at least get the talent in there. Get the guys in there to make a difference for the team. So I think a big reason is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys that I named there out of 28 since 2022 that are have any sort of impact on the team. I think that's the second most likely reason for Kwesi Adofo-Mensah no longer being employed by the Minnesota Vikings. Number 1, though, I think it's just going to be, obviously, let Sam Darnold walk. Now he's playing in a Super Bowl. That is an awful look. But not only Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, who was playing really well with the Colts, whether you want to call it the system, the running back, the offensive coordinator, the head coach, whatever. Regardless, playing way better than Carson Wentz and J.J. McCarthy, right? And Max Brosmer. Sorry, forgot about that one. So let both of them leave. When they were in Minnesota, they were in Vikings apparel, signed to the team, and just let them go in free agency. Didn't bring in Aaron Rodgers, which I know he was interested in coming here. I'm not saying that would have been great, but I mean he had a good season last year too. This past year, so didn't go with that. Rumors are that Kwesi and KOC didn't really agree on J.J. McCarthy's NFL readiness. Reports are that KOC felt that he was still too raw, too young, too inexperienced, didn't have the mechanics. And Kwesi Adofo-Mensah didn't believe that. And at the end of the day, Kwesi was the one with the final call power in the Vikings organization. So I do believe that that's going to be the number 1 reason that he did end up getting fired from the Minnesota Vikings. Now, with all that being said, the negatives, I get it. It sucks. But positives, right? You got to end on a good note. I really do think that Kwesi had some of the best UDFA classes these past couple of years, as well as this past year didn't work out so well, but as well as some of the best free agency class, if that's what you want to call it, free agency additions throughout the years. I mean, we got guys like Andrew Van Ginkel, Blake Cashman, Jonathan Grenard, all these kind of guys, just through free agency and trades and all these types of things. So I didn't want to just make the whole video negatives and bashing Kwesi, because at the end of the day, he did do really good things here. It just wasn't good enough. Didn't even make the playoffs this year after having 14 wins last year. Just super disappointing season, and I think the nail in the coffin was watching Daniel Jones win all those games in the regular season, and then now watching Sam Darnold win all those games in the regular season and make the postseason run that he's having to be in the Super Bowl versus Drake May and the Patriots. So I do think that that was kind of the nail in the coffin for Kwesi. And now we're going to have our VP of football operations kind of running the show through the draft. We'll see how that goes. Until then, I mean, we'll keep an eye on possible GM replacements. But until then, it's been the Viking. Have a good one. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Did he deserve it? Should it have happened sooner? Let us know.